Hi, my name is Bill Brooks. I am an amateur comic artist, and I'm going to show you how I draw heads using the Reilly method. So if you want to draw heads that look like this, or like this, or like this, or even like this, hopefully this will help you out in order to start drawing realistic human heads. So let's get down to business. I'm going to start by making a circle. So I'm going to make this, if you want to know exactly where to put the circle, you're going to need to start it 2/3 above the plane. You want to make sure you have this blank space below at the bottom. So you want to take up 2/3 of the page and leave 1/3 for the rest of the jaw and the chin. So next we're going to find the middle line, and then we're going to find this line going all the way through. And don't worry about your circle being, you don't want to use a compass to make a perfect circle. You don't want to use a circle tool. We're drawing by freehand, right? So don't worry about my circle's a little bit flatter than I would like it to be, but we're going to be okay with that. So the next thing is we're going to draw a square inside this circle, and I'm going to estimate a 45-degree angle and drop it straight down, and then draw it straight across. And once again, accuracy is not as important as just doing this. We're just measuring a third here, which is equal to that third, and we're going to draw another equidistant third down here using this line. So from this line going down to the bottom third line, this is going to be your jaw line. So you want to make it similar to the size of a human jaw. Now this is going to be a man's jaw. If this was a female jaw, I would make it pointier, a pointier chin at the bottom. But we're going to draw a man today. So that's approximately what I want. All right, next we're going to measure a third and a third. Actually, let's do that better. A third here and a third here. Let's erase this errant line that I drew because I don't. Next, we're going to draw this line across the top middle third. And I'm going to measure halfway there and then halfway here. So after I've drawn that halfway line, I'm going to make this half of a half, which is a quarter, and drop this down. And that's going to be the boundaries for the nose. Now I'm going to draw the bottom of the nose. This is going to be, I'm going to draw like a contact lens at the bottom of that line, floating at the bottom of that line. And we're going to connect this contact lens with an upside down contact lens on each side. This bigger contact lens is going to parallel the smaller contact lens up above it. And that's going to be the bottom of the nose. Next, we're going to make a curved line from this contact lens. I keep saying contact lens, don't I? Whatever helps you to realize what shape you're going to draw, You could call it a bowl, you could call it a contact lens, you can call it a little boat, I guess, but whatever you think that line looks like. Drawing is all about putting together shapes, putting shape next to shape, next to shape, next to shape. It's like drawing this way is like using Legos. If you know what your shapes look like and you can put them next to each other and pose your figure in whatever pose you want them to be. Next, we're going to connect the nostrils to the bridge of the nose. This is going to be the nasal cavity. All right, so next we're going to divide the bottom third into smaller thirds. Let's do a better job of measuring. So measuring, being an artist is similar to being an engineer. Engineers use rulers and, their CAD machines and grid paper and, in order to be accurate. But artists, you could use those things if you want to draw a straight line, if you want to draw a machine. But if you're drawing a human being, it's going to be much more believable if you draw it by hand. But you're still measuring just with your eyes and your hands instead of with any specialized tools. So we've divided the bottom section into thirds. Next, we're going to draw a muzzle line from this third. Remember that third? And it's going to go to this line that we've just drawn. So if your character is going to be smiling, it's going to look like a circle. If he's not smiling, it's going to look more like an oval. Let's keep it oval shaped. And next we're going to draw another circle from the bottom of the chin to the eye line. And next we're going to draw a smaller chin line. This is going to be the actual chin. It's going to go between the mouth and the bottom of the jaw. Okay, let's continue. Number 22, step number 22, we're going to draw a line from the cheek line. We're going to call it the cheek line from the outer muzzle circle to the equator line of the cranium circle, and it goes like this. And we'll do that on each side. Next, the best I can call this is the mouth to nostril to brow line. So we're going to, first of all, we'll finish off this mouth opening. We're going to draw a line from the mouth corner, side swiping the nose and going up to the brow line. Like that. And let's do the same thing on this side. Like so. So next, let's take a look at the ear. You can see how that by drawing those lines, you have just created an ear, at least the top of the ear. And next, we're going to round off the temple line. So this temple looks a little square, unless you're drawing Frankenstein. So we're going to round that off a little bit, because humans are not made of square, straight lines. There are no straight lines in nature. Next, we're going to go from the top of the forehead to the side of the eye. So from the top of the forehead to the side of the eye, down like that. Do the same thing on this side. And this, I'm going to call this the ocular arch. This is line 27. If you're looking, by the way, I'm uploading this to the link shown below. It'll show you how to download the worksheet. Now we're going to go from the tear ducts to the brow temple corner. Meet me at brow temple corner. And we're going to do that on both sides. Next, we're going to divide the forehead into fourths from this line. We're going to divide it in half, and then we'll divide this bottom half into a quarter as well. And now we're going to draw an eyebrow arch. So this is going to be like throwing a football from quarterback to receiver. It's not an airplane. It doesn't have to take off. It doesn't have to go off down a runway. It's just going to go from one end to another, crossing that hash right here. All right, next, speaking of football, we're going to draw a oval on the forehead. And you see the top of the nose? That's going to be the T for this football about to be kicked to the opposing team. Let's see. What is next? Oh, we don't have lips. So let's draw some lips. Let's figure out the middle of the face. And we'll go up and down. And then we're going to swoop a little bit. And end at the corner of the mouth. Next, the bottom lip. Let's start from the middle again and go up from the middle to both the corners. Next is the philtrum. What's the philtrum, you say? It's just a funny word. It's just a funny word to call this little indentation over your lip. Oh, let's draw some eye sockets. These are going to be similar to drawing John Lennon's glasses. So I draw them from here, from one side of the eye to the other side of the eye, from the tear duct to the, I don't know what to call that, from the temple side of the eye. There we go. And then we'll do that again. So there you have it. So all you have to do now is I will create another layer and fill in the facial features of your character.